Justin Baldoni's team has resubmitted their complaint, bolstering it with a new timeline and a wealth of new evidence. The deeper I get into this, the more disgusted I become with Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds' behavior. Justin Baldoni's team did a great job creating the website, wstudioinfo.com, where you can review the updated complaint and timeline. It appears to be the beginning of what was promised. It's not all the text messages we were promised, but enough new messages that paint Blake in a very bad light, and that's what I want to focus on first. I want to start with exactly what Blake accused Justin of, and then move on to the new timeline to show what Justin's rebuttals are. We will break down the entire complaint and more this week. But before we go straight to the documents, let's talk first about the accusations Blake levied against Justin. Mr. Baldoni systematically belittled Miss Lively, finding indirect ways to criticize her body and weight. Note, indirect ways, not direct insults. I don't see anything indicating that he directly insulted her. Indirect ways, okay. Weeks before filming began, less than 4 months postpartum, Miss Lively learned with indignation that Miss Baldoni secretly, without her knowledge or consent, called her fitness trainer and implied he wanted her to lose weight in 2 weeks. Mr. Baldoni told the trainer he reached out because of concerns about having to lift Miss Lively in a scene in the film, although no such scene existed. That's the accusation. To reiterate, she learned with indignation that Mr. Baldoni secretly called her fitness trainer without her knowledge or consent, etc. But then why did you introduce him to your trainer friend, who later became Baldoni's trainer? Baldoni and the trainer start collaborating, and the trainer sends his training program on the 22nd. Hi Blake. I think I know who this is. This is Justin Baldoni, Blake's new friend. We're working together on a film. I'll be with you the first week of March for 4 months. Glad to meet you, Justin. Looking forward to chatting on the phone. This fundamentally changes the context. Also, in her complaint, and I just want to make sure we're covering this, it says that in later text messages, Mr. Baldoni called Miss Lively's trainer a fucking weasel and tried to spin stories to portray his concerns as being caused by back pain. She doesn't mention the main thing, the reason he thought this way. This trainer, who Blake Lively, supposedly suggested to Justin as his trainer, was a friend of Ryan and Blake, and a celebrity trainer obviously supporting them. So all these attacks about weight shaming, which started this whole Ryan thing, came from this guy, the trainer, who's obviously closer to them and wants to show them off, posting their pictures on his Instagram to attract other celebrities. That's where it all started, through gossip, through this guy. And I want to emphasize again, supposedly, if this guy started all of this, and you're telling me your client Justin, who became your client, is talking to you about his concerns or something else, who knows how he said it, or just mentioned in passing, oh my God, I have a scene here where I have to lift, and I don't know how much she weighs, if I'll be able to lift her. There are a million ways to say it, so it's not offensive. But how the trainer then tells Ryan and Blake about this can be interpreted differently, because it's like a game of telephone, And that's where it all started. This infuriates me. It's just incredibly unpleasant to find out that this is what it's all about. I'm speechless. By the way, yes, here it is. I want to make sure we cover this. There's a text exchange where he's displeased that she's losing weight. Only 20 left. Thank you for the friendship. You mean a lot. She replies, You don't need to lose 20 pounds, Blake. What are you talking about? You look great. And the further they go, the more text messages where Blake says, and we've discussed these before, but now in the context of this, it's my job to get in shape. This role requires a certain aesthetic. As much as I don't want to think about it, it would be irresponsible and impossible, because it's not realistic to not acknowledge what I need to do. She was talking about how she and Ryan treat these films and shoots like athletic competitions. It's part of the job, and I knew about it. I'm so grateful, not only for this experience, but also for healing from the past. Thank you. We'll make this work. But she literally says, Your voice message means a lot to me. I really appreciate it. You are exactly what you promised to be as a partner. Thank you. And this is the same guy who, she later found out, was body shaming her? Are you sure, Blake, that your trainer wasn't mistaken? This is insane. And even he says, Please, you look amazing. You'll look amazing. If anything is bothering you, We'll discuss everything and find a creative approach so you're comfortable. I just don't want you to stress about your body. That's the last thing you need right now. How could he be clearer? I'm sure he's like, yeah, of course. We have to look good. It's important for the role. Let's not be fatties in this role. Let's do our best. It's part of acting. That's how it is. And it seems like he's acting very respectfully. I don't understand what's going on here. He often found roundabout ways to belittle me. That's what she says. And actually, it looks like this guy was a spy. Shame on him. I would never want to work with such a person. He's ready to rat you out to anyone if you just discuss your problems at the gym during a workout. Literally, worry about how much I can lift. A million scenarios where you can talk about it with your trainer, and he'll spill everything to the girl's wife and her husband, so he'll be furious. Shame on this guy. Shame on him. But that's not all. When Lively came down with strep throat, Mr. Baldoni offered her a gift. To connect her with a specialist he kept on retainer, to help her with probiotics and manage the illness. When Miss Lively began to fill out the confidentiality forms, she saw that the specialist was not who Mr. Baldoni presented him to be, but a weight loss specialist. Miss Lively again felt that Miss Baldoni was body-shaming her. Wait, I didn't even realize it was about what was listed on the doctor's form. So you think that just means, I don't know about you, but there are tons of doctors and specialists who write one thing on paper, but actually handle tons of other areas, and specialize in them. So, just because she gave you a form, maybe everyone wants to get OIC. So she created a form for her business to make it more of a priority. So people come to her, and then maybe she does a bunch of other things. Because I don't know, trainers, health experts, doctors, they can do a lot of things. Like you, Miss Lively. I'm sure you can be an actress, director, producer, and so on. You list all that on every form you put out, right? I bet you put actress first and then someone says, well, you're not a director. And then you have to send all your text messages. And your dragons have to tell them that you're, like, a director. Are you kidding? That's what it's all about. And when we look at what he's actually accused of, it's just lies. It's just gossip, assumptions, weird negative things. And when we look through all of this, we see all these sweet, sweet messages from Ryan Reynolds, about which I have a lot of thoughts. We'll discuss that live. How much of this is actually manipulation? And ADI pointed out very accurately, little Miss Jacob, Ryan dumped him and only responded when he needed something. And also, I feel like Ryan used his kids as a manipulative tactic to get what he wanted. Yes, of course, his family means everything to him, but it's also manipulative again. So here's what happens. Lively tells Baldoni she has strep throat. She's been sick many times. And this makes me wonder, was she actually sick? But anyway, she was sick all the time. They're pitying her and trying to take care of her. And then Baldoni offers to send her some amazing gut health protocols that help after taking antibiotics. To be honest, Justin, this guy is in great shape. He obviously knows how to keep his body in order, health and all that. I would probably ask Justin for advice on how to keep my body in great shape because he looks pretty good. I can't deny that. So, of course, he's into these things and knows these experts. Lively responds, please. As a result, Baldoni connects with his certified integrative holistic health specialist. That's so many buzzwords, and I don't know what that actually means. But all I know is that I'm assuming this person has multiple roles. I can safely assume that she links them. Lively reports that they connected, saying she's incredible. Later, Laylee stated in her CDRD complaint that this health coach was actually a weight loss specialist, and it was all a ruse so Baldoni could subtly insult her. Oh my god. Oh my god. I think this is some kind of deviation. Blake Lively feels insecure, and everything she sees, she now attributes to Justin. It's one thing when it happens privately and you say, I don't like this guy. I don't want to work with him anymore. And you tell people privately, but you put this in a complaint, and you destroyed this man's life because of a form that his holistic trainer filled out. Because maybe she wanted to attract more clients. Because not everyone is Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. Many of us have to figure out how to get extra income. So maybe she put out some forms where it's listed, and now you're assuming that's Justin body-shaming you because he knew what was on her form. Can you even believe this? This is total nonsense. And when you look at the text messages to verify this once again, here it is. Please get better. You're getting better. There are gut health protocols that can help with antibiotics. Literally from the doctor. My body is messed up right now. Sending now. What do you want to do? And so on. In any case, there's nothing in these messages about giving her number. I want to make sure she's not waiting for me. So, she's interested. Sorry, I just got out. Yes, she left you a voicemail. She wasn't in my contacts. She doesn't call straight to voicemail. And so on. And here's literally what he writes to the trainer. Blake, the star, is breastfeeding and has been on antibiotics for strep throat. Twice already. Can you recommend a probiotic for gut restoration? I can send it to her. Building rapport, telling her about you. Of course, poor thing. She'll want to take the trifecta. Here are 3 that I recommend. Do you want me to send them? This is very important for the baby's microbiome. The way I read this, it says Justin is building rapport, but he seems genuinely concerned about Blake, her family, her children, and so on. This idea that he was body-shaming her and trying to... I'm sorry, Ryan and Blake, you've gone crazy. And you should provide something else at this point. I suppose you'll wait for the trial. But you shouldn't be doing this now, because it's been a PR battle from both sides. Blake Lively has been working on this for months with the New York Times. It's been exposed, and now they're going to sit back and tell everyone to wait. No, you don't have the right to destroy a person like this, and then tell everyone they should shut up. This is crazy. Absolute craziness. But you see these text messages, and they're just confusing. Yes, here it is. There's another message exchange. Yes, anyway. She's incredible. I was trying to find that message, but it doesn't matter anymore. She replies and says that she's incredible. Oh, here it is. Yes, anyway. Filled out. We're in touch. Thank you. She's truly special. She thinks outside the box. And so on. Where's the message about her being incredible? I think this is it. Sorry, guys. There's so much text. Anyway, it's there, I assure you. She's incredible. That's what I was looking for. I promise you'll be scared, upset, and that I'll be a real beast. But I promise we'll always serve this film and our common goal. I think just remove our common goal. My goal. But we always apologize. I appreciate the opportunity for open communication. Always. This is all such open communication. I think she likes it, because he wants her to. I've met people like that in my life. They want you to open up. They tell you secrets. So you share your secrets too. And then they keep all your secrets and use them against you. That's the impression I have of Blake Lively. This is someone who wants, oh yeah, my God, this is awful. The complete opposite of A Simple Favor. She's absolutely like the girl from A Simple Favor. My God, this is really awful. You set up your brother. This is so Blake Lively. Anyway, I'm laughing only because otherwise I'll get very upset. And the last thing I want to point out here is the document stating that the scene Lively was worried about didn't exist. She was worried about a scene for the film, but no such scene existed. Really? How about this? Here's the scene they rehearsed. Ryan Reynolds is the one who stormed into the penthouse, cursed at him, accused him of body shaming. How dare you ask about my wife's weight? What's wrong with you? Again, it's all because the trainer probably said something. Maybe Justin just said it strangely. I don't even know, and that's what started it all. So he demanded that this scene be cut. And here's the scene itself. Riley gently lifts her, lays her on the floor, kisses her wound. A mixture of blood and tears. So this idea that it was never in the film is again a lie from Blake. Countless dishonest interpretations of what others are telling her, and just going crazy because of what? Because you were exposed? I don't think Blake and Ryan like being exposed. Especially Blake. I don't think she likes it. And that's how it all started. Guys, we still have a lot to discuss. So if you haven't already, be sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell to get all notifications, and give it a thumbs up.